Hello everyone and welcome to another reading wrap-up for the Spring Orilium Readathon created and hosted by G from over on Book Roast. So if you saw my wrap-up for Master of the Elements, I'm going to see how many of these courses for the spring semester for the Spring Orilium that I can complete before the fall semester starts. This next, so I've already completed Master, excuse me, of the Elements, and I'm not going to keep referring back to the previous ones that I have completed because I am going to clear out my notebook and recycle this paper and, confetti and all of that as I go. So this one is Herbologist, depending on where you go. Here in the United States, at least in my corner of the neck of the woods, Herb, H-E-R-B, is the name of a person. Herb, H-E-R-B, so with a silent H, is the actual herbs that people can use for medicinal purposes or herbologist in this case. So that's how it is. So for me, it's herbologist. There were only 2 classes to take for this career path. The first one is alchemy. Now I'm going to slide over because both of these I did an ebook for. And they were actually novellas, I believe is the length. I think if they're shorter than a novella, then it's a short story. Could be wrong on that. Anyway, the first class was alchemy. This is transmutation circles. This is to read a book with circle on the cover. I'm going to pull it up here on Goodreads because I'm thinking, what the heck? So, okay, so the cover that I got on my ebook has a bird. The eyes are like, there's a circle there. There is the O in Immortelle, whatever. O is a circle. And it does say a novella. There's a circle with the O by Catherine McCarthy. The A's are circle with a tail. In the fire, there's a little oval, kind of like right. There's an oval, and that's more circle, kind of a scawampus circle, but still. Anyway, so there are circles. I'm counting those as circles on the cover by Catherine McCarthy. This is a second chance author for me. I read another book by this author. Did not care for that book. I think I went in expecting it to be more horror when it was leaning more towards literary fiction, in my opinion, and other people's opinions as well. So I went in not expecting a lot with horror. Now this one did creep me out a little bit. I would say it has some elements of religious horror, but it is tagged as a horror on Goodreads. I don't know if I would go as far as to say it is a horror, maybe just cult-esque, but not straight up horror, in my opinion. But because I was not expecting horror, I think I enjoyed the book a lot more. So I lowered my expectations and I enjoyed the book. I ended up giving this one 4 stars. It was 118 pages. We have this mother. This takes place in England. This mother moves with her little infant baby to off the coast of Wales or something like that, kind of in that area. And the mother is a potter in this area. It's a small community. They all go to church. The daughter questions, is there a God? Do you believe in God? Type of a thing. And has a run-in with the priest, has not such great things, finds something that it's like, ooh, should a priest or a father, or whatever he's called for this particular religion, I think they call him father, should he really have this particular book? Probably not. So things are a little creepy there. So I ended up enjoying it, 4 stars. Class number 2 was Restoration. This is Regaining Consciousness. This is a book that you think could cure slumps. In my opinion, a book, if you're in a reading slump, try a book of short stories, if you like short stories. I think depending on the genre, I really enjoy contemporary and romance short stories. Horror tends to be hit or miss, but this one was a hit for me. And I read a collection of short stories called Apocalypse, Utah. 4 stars, 171 pages. All of these are short stories. Some of them are zombies, some of them is just this virus. It's like wiping everything out. One is more natural disasters where it's like earthquakes and then tsunamis and then like a power plant explosion where it creates this mushroom cloud. And yeah, I enjoyed this one. One was what they called ogres, scuts. So these were good. They ranged from like, I think the shortest was like less than 10 pages, maybe like 8 pages. I could be wrong on that, but around maybe the 8 to 11 page mark, and the shortest or the longest maybe around 20 pages. So collection of short stories. It was fun. This book was edited by Callie, Stoker, and Johnny Worthen. All the stories in this were by different authors, and I found some other authors to check more works out, so that was cool. And I love that all of these took place in Utah, which is my home state. This is where I live. So I saw the cities like Heber, Park City, Salt Lake was mentioned, and some other places that I actually have not been. I'm not well traveled. I have not traveled extensively. I have been to Heber. I have been to Park City. I grew up in like Rose Park, which is a little sub area of Salt Lake City. Like I was half a block maybe from the Salt Lake City State Fairgrounds. Boy, when the fair was there, oh, that was a loud and hard to sleep. Anyway, so yeah, Apocalypse, Utah. I had a great time with this, and I found that some of these authors are in another short story collection where all the stories take place in Utah, like Cat Lady Killers of Utah, or I don't know, something like that. There's other ones that are Utah specific as well, so I definitely am going to be looking into those books as well. So both of these books I gave 4 stars to, so that's a total of 8 stars, I would say, but it's pretty obvious. 2 books with 8 stars, 4-star average, because they both got 4 stars. Pretty obvious. Okay, so 118 pages plus 171 pages, that's 289 pages for this career course. Divided between the 2 books, it's about, works out to be 144 and a half pages per book. So this was good. And I recommend this one, Apocalypse, Utah. It was fun. This was actually pretty fun. It is labeled as a horror. Nothing really scared me. There was like some body horror and gore in some of them not so bad. But it was just a good time. Kind of giggled a little bit through some of it. So it was just a fun time. So again, let me know, have you read either of these books? Did you go for the herbologist career? Or what career did you go for? Or are you still working on your career for the spring Orilium? Let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.